There are a lot of bands with tons of social media followers, but 2 fans at shows. How do you convert followers to fans? That's like the huge question, I think, for so many bands.
How do you convert followers to fans? I guess look at it from a perspective of, okay, you're scrolling Instagram.
Yeah.
And you're scrolling the reels. As somebody who's in charge of making the music and someone who's on the inside, put yourself in the shoes of a fan. What are you going to see that's going to grab your attention and go, oh, that looks sick. I like that.
And I want to see that person live when they come to town.
Yeah, so what that means. Now, that's very vague, and I think specifically what that means for an artist or whoever listens to you can mean different things. So, for example, like us, there's an aesthetic to it, right? There's aesthetic, there's a story, there's imagery to it. We got to use that imagery, right? So when you're scrolling, if you're into kind of this genre, you might see the imagery or hear the songs and go, oh, that's sick, I'm in. And after that, how do you get people to come to the shows? Well, there's a level of demand. Part of why Germany did so well for us is we would get messages for a long time, come see us, like we want to see you in Germany, blah, 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 blah. But I think if we were there, which, count me in, I'd be so down for this, but like, I think if we were there once a week or once a year, it wouldn't have been as impactful.
Right.
One thing that's important, I think, is when you book a show, booking the show that says, well, okay, well, what is this show going to be good for? Is this venue going to be awesome? Is there going to be bands that fit our bill? As a fan, can a fan come see this and have a good night and make it fun for them? Because I think what can happen is people think, oh, I got to play in an area so often and just keep doing this same location over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But you might burn it out. So if you play that location once and 2 people show up, it might not be better the next time, where you can go so far by playing the local shows and getting to know people at the local shows. That can take you someplace, but ultimately, like, there's a difference between, oh, I'm going to see my friends and I'm going to see a band that I'm fans with, which is where you'd use your social media presence to create something that people look at and say, okay, this is a professional band. This isn't just another local band that people are doing it for fun. Yeah. So I think kind of marketing it and knowing what you think your fan base would appreciate, but also what might attract new people. Then when you put out the shows, regardless of that, yeah, it's got to reflect that. You got to make that show look awesome. Yeah. And then you also got to have a show that honestly, like, kicks ass to the point that people go, holy shit, I can't wait for them to come back. Yeah. And when people want them to come back, there's an art form, and I think it's an art form, I think, in making people wait for it. Yeah. You know, where people say, hey, I want to come. Well, hey, you can come and we can book a show at any time you want, but also at the same time, like, waiting a little bit for the right opportunity that then you can turn around and say, well, that show looks sick. Oh, you're playing with all those bands. Oh, I heard that venue's awesome. And then giving them something.